Yo, what up? It's yeah, Aaron Moses gang, and this is mm-hmm like it or not episode 16, man, starring your boy Aaron Moses. I think I already said my name. I just like saying it. I'm gonna say it again. Aaron Moses, yeah. And I'm just so happy because I was sick as two dogs because I had the. That was real. That was just perfect timing. But I had that. You know what I'm saying? I had that. I had to skip approximately 5 days. Count it 1, 2, 3, 4. All 5 fingers. I had to skip a whole week of work because the white man and all his technologies and creating viruses. And that's what happened, man. But I'm just so elated to be here with you guys because I was laying in the bed, coughing, sneezing, spitting in bags, taking all kind of the white man's medicine, the white man's drugs, drinking the white man's water, trying to get this bull stuff out of my system. And now I'm back with Dr. Cadillac. What's good with you, young man?
I'm good. What's good with you?
Hey, man,
Hold on,
everything,
hold
man.
on. For all the ladies out there that want to see what pig is, I'm about to show y'all what pig is.
Nah, man.
Know what I'm saying? Just
Oh, okay, I thought you was talking about something
yeah, just
else.
that's pig right there.
As you guys can see, that's what pig is. I still can't laugh all the way, cause the white man. But I got a good access to most of my lungs. But we can't let that hold us back, bro. But how you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing? I'm trying to get this lighting. As you can see, the lighting in the
Hey,
back.
man, we got KD jumping out of heaven. He's joining in. Hey, what's up, bro? Yes, the white man. Yes, tell him again, man. But we got some pretty interesting topics for tonight, and then again, we will be back live tomorrow at noon with some brand new, fresh topics. But yeah, man, just let me know when you want to get it cracking, man.
Okay.
All right, so for the first topic, man, we have legendary West Coast rapper straight out of Pomona, man. Sugar Free. If you're not familiar with Sugar Free, he mostly rapped about, the pimp game and pimping a horn and things like that. I don't know if he was a pimp for sure or anything like that. I don't have any way of figuring that out because I'm not in that lifestyle. But he definitely gave a lot of information when it came to that topic. And I've heard from certain representation that he may or may not have been a part of that lifestyle. But whatever the case may be, he just recently announced that he, took that long walk down that aisle, man, and made some vows, man. And he's now married, his significant other, man. What do you think about that, bro?
Congratulations in a way. But was a significant other part of that lifestyle that he was supposedly a part of or want to be a part of?
Now, that's a good question. I do want to say congratulations as well. I want to extend those roses and those flowers.
Yeah.
Sugar Free, definitely one of the best rappers, if not the best rapper, out of the West Coast. He just released the album, I believe, in 2019. But that is a good question because a lot of people say that people are part of that lifestyle, whether you be a pimp or a hoe, you should not marry or commit yourself to people outside of the lifestyle, outside of that lifestyle, even if you are in criminality, because ultimately you're not going to be able to understand each other and communicate or sub-communicate and emotionally support each other because that lifestyle is so deep, it's so heavy that you ultimately will not be compatible, and eventually, that relationship is going to turn into a battleship. So that is a very good question. I personally don't know. That information has not been released to my knowledge. Now we do have somebody. I don't know if you're familiar with Andre Taylor or Gorgeous Dre. He was the creative. Shit, I forgot the title of, but he was pretty much the co-director of the film American Pimp, and he was in charge of putting a lot of things together when it came to putting the cast together, collecting the rest of the pimps and the prostitutes. When it came to the formation of that film, he got married to someone outside the lifestyle. His current wife, she was not a hoe. She was not a prostitute. She was not a part of the game. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, she gave bro a kidney. She gave him a kidney. She was not a prostitute. She wasn't one of his hoes. He hadn't sent her. She never paid him any money out of her vagina, anything like that. But how could you not want to marry somebody that gave you a fucking kidney? You feel me?
Uh,
I
of
don't
course.
know what sacrifices that Sugar Free's wife um, gave to him, but a very important observation that I heard was, Sugar Free entered the lifestyle because his baby mama broke his heart. She left him with his children. No, she left him and took his children when he was only 17, his child, his son. So that broke his heart. One famous thing that pimps do say is how you start is usually how you finish. You know how you meet the hoe, that's how she gonna go, is what they say.
Right.
So if he started in the life, he became a pimp because he got his heart broken. I mean, he ended up getting married because this woman put his heart back together, mended his stuff, healed his emotional problems. Then, what's up, Link? Mended his heart, healed his emotional problems, and he put a ring on it. So that how you start is how you finish, how you meet the hoe is how she's gonna go. That is definitely applicable to this situation. That's all I really have to say.
Okay. Like trying to get this little camera situated and everything.
Damn,
But
I look like I lost weight and my mustache is fat as hell. I did lose weight. I didn't eat for 3 days when I had that coronavirus shit. And I was already only like 130. I'm probably like 125 now. All I could really eat was bread and fruit. That's all I ate was bread and fruit. And the fruit was not agreeing with me because it was fruit. You know what I mean? If you know, if you don't, then don't think about it. But yeah, no, that was not staying inside me for more than 30 minutes.
yeah,
But I'm straight now, man. I'm eating steak and lasagna and salad. I'm cool. I'm lit.
that's what's up.
I'm about to start drinking these protein shakes tomorrow. But I mean, I want to say salute to Sugar Free. I
Right.
mean, pimps get married every day. Not every day. Not authentic pimps. Not every day. I believe Kenny, R.I.P. Kenny Red, he got married. Don Juan was married before he got in the game. I believe he got married after he got out the game. Fillmore Slim got married about 3 times. Pimps get married, man. It is what it is. Pimps
Yeah,
and ex-pimps get married. I
it's
mean,
part of
they're regular
it's
people.
part of life,
What you
bro.
say?
I said get married is just part of life. That's all it is. Everybody need their life partner. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Hey,
needs to find their soulmate. I agree with love.
facts. And excuse me, guys, if I'm coughing straight in the mic, like I just said. This Corona, she's still trying to fuck with a nigga, man. But for the next topic, man, I'm gonna let you respond first on this. Now, 50 Cent's son
Marquise, what's going on, baby?
says that $6,700 isn't enough for him to live in New York City.
Boy, oh
Uh,
boy.
well,
What are you
he,
spending your money on, son? Cause honestly, I looked it up. You can get a nice size. You can get a nice size living for about 2,500 to 3,500, and the rest you can build on utilities and food. You know.
Right.
So what are you spending your money on else? You
What up,
tricking a
man?
little bit, but then I'm like this, and then I'm like this. Okay, New York is expensive to live in. Find surrounding areas you can move into that's a little cheaper. Cause I live in Ohio right now, and I was telling you with 50 with what do you say 5,600, 5,500, you can live like a king. You know what I'm saying? You can live like a king.
You could live anywhere for 5 bands, bro. That's 17. That extra 1,700. What's that? $500 a week?
Yeah.
That extra little $500 a week, you could do anything with, bro.
Yeah,
That's not
like I said,
$500 a week. You know, there's people surviving off of $500 a week in the real world. Like outside of New York City, yeah. But just considering that, you could take that and put some investments. Like you
yeah,
could put that in the stocks as a house
like,
in a small town.
are you not working for the? You're not working for it. You crying about it.
My question is, you know, I should have did more
Hey,
journalistic.
hey, 50. If you ever can reach in and get this broadcast, I'll be your son for 5 years, bro. I'll give you a discount. Give me. Matter of fact, I'll give you a real discount. 4,500 a month, man. 4,500.
$4,500 a month, I'll sign that paperwork, bro.
4,500, man.
I'll get a fucking Caesar and I'll wear the 50 Cent headband for 3 months.
Shoot, I rock all your clothes, whatever you need to put out. I repost. I'm sharing. I'm doing all that. 4,500. I'm cool with you.
For sure, what?
Shit.
But my whole thing is, why you still getting child support at almost 30 years old?
Right.
This nigga's 26. Bro, you could have been a grandfather by now. What you doing, bro? Why are you still getting child support? I'm only 5 years older than you.
Right.
What did you do? You need to hook us up. You need to start a YouTube channel so you can hook us up with that information, bro.
For real,
Nah, bro. $6,700, bro. What do you do with your life? You got a problem, bro. Exactly.
Ain't tricking if you got it. Ain't tricking and motherfucking you ain't got it.
I would have been like, bro, you could keep the child support. Let me get in the booth. Let's do a mixtape, but let me in one of the movies.
Let me get on the show. Be in this power shit you got going on.
Exactly, bro. What?
Shit, shit. Let me get 10 minutes an episode. What?
They would love to see that, bro. They would love to see that.
And not only that, he could be raising Canaan.
No, I've never seen either one of those things just because.
Oh, she's good. Power's good. I fuck with Power.
So I hear. But yeah, guys, you don't want to be. You see, and the craziest thing is, I would be so embarrassed, bro. I would put what's that called? A non-disclosure agreement. I'd been like, bro, don't say my motherfucking name one more motherfucking time, bro. My whole image is based off of me being a hustler. And you're on here begging and crying like a motherfucking white girl. Shout out to white girls. But you're on here crying like a motherfucking white bitch that never seen a black dick before. Exactly, bro. Come on with this bullshit, bro. The nigga who made, I like to find the things in my life. So I hustle. This is how to rob. Like, nigga, this nigga's whole image is built off of hustling. And you're on here begging, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you, you weird ass nigga? Like, what's with these niggas trying to sully their father's images?
Man, take some of that money, hit the casino, gamble that shit. Matter of fact, man, about to call the weed man. Hey, let me get start.
Man, it's legal in New York, bro. You could have moved in with somebody for 3 months and took that little 20 bands and started a business anywhere in America, bro. For anything, bro. I
Motherfuckers,
mean,
man.
I can't say what I would do in that position. I don't know exactly how it is,
Shit, I mean,
how it is to live in New York. I stayed in LA. That shit's dumb expensive. New York is slightly more expensive than LA.
but I'm
Plus,
like
it
this.
gets cold as hell, so you need heat, a lot of it at some point for 5 months. But nigga, you look like a fucking junky ass crab ass nigga. I'm not on gangbang shit. I'm using crab in the Atlanta sense, not crab like I hate crabs, but crab like crab in the barrel ass nigga, bro. Like you're acting real petty type shit. You know what I mean?
I see. I don't speak that gang language. So I don't know. I don't know what the
That's
crap
just
is.
some Atlanta shit. I try not to say that in the West Coast, but crab just means like a thirsty ass, weird ass nigga. Like just being petty. That's what that means.
Okay.
But on a more positive, no, this is even worse. This is the sickest shit I heard in a minute. Uh, of course, it has to deal with stupid ass, not from Chicago, Kanye West, Kanye East. I changed his name. His name's not Kanye. His name's Kanye East. Kanye East says that he said on what's that? The Drink Champs with Nori and the other dude. Kanye East, excuse me, says Kanye Kardashian says that George Floyd did not die from the knee on his neck. He said, quote unquote, they didn't even put his knee on his neck like that, is what he said. You can go to the fucking interview. He said that. He said he didn't even have his knee on his neck like that. And he says he believes that he died from a fentanyl overdose, is what Kanye Kardashian said.
Fentanyl wasn't even in the system, but okay. But okay. Clearly, somebody with their knee on somebody's neck, that person that has somebody's knee on their neck is gonna die for 9 minutes, because that's how long George Floyd. That's how long that knee was on his neck. That's how
He,
long that knee was on that man's neck.
I
And of course,
watched that video. Go ahead, my bad, my bad.
yeah. So Kanye, I'll take that whole different approach, man. Come see me. Let me put my knee in your neck for 9 minutes. See if you can survive that shit. Fuck you, bitch. Sorry, it took me out of character, but that's how I feel on that shit. Black lives do matter. Fuck white lives matter. Sorry for the white girls out there. I love y'all. You know, I'm talking about the racist white motherfuckers that don't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? But y'all cool, because y'all fuck with me.
Um, as far as going on with what Kanye West said, he's watching that video. I watched that unfortunate I don't want to say that word. That terrible video. At some point, George Floyd went a little bit delirious because that's what happens when some people get closer and closer to death and dying. He started to cry out, "Mama," because in my opinion, I'm not a doctor, but in my opinion, some people do what's called regression. So he felt so vulnerable in his body that he returned to whatever age that he was in his mind, whether that was 4, 5, 6, where he cried out, "Mama." But as he was dying, as he was being tortured at that point,
Like, he wanted his mama to
Kanye,
tell you, like, his mom wanted
he
to come.
was it was like an out of body experience for him, bro.
Yeah,
From what I saw. But Kanye West um, said that he wasn't being delirious, he wasn't dying. He actually called his girlfriend mama. Everybody called his girlfriend mama. He was calling out for his girlfriend, and I'm thinking like,
I never
was
called my girlfriend mama.
his girlfriend wasn't even there. No, he was saying that in the documentary, whatever documentary, that he called his girlfriend mama, and that was his nickname for her, and other people call her that as well. So he wasn't calling out for his actual mother. I believe George Floyd's mother was passed away at that time, or she had died prior to this. But he wasn't actually in a state of delirium or delusion because he was getting closer and closer to death. He was actually calling for his girlfriend. Yeah.
Whatever, man. I don't fuck with Kanye. Fuck him on
I
that.
I don't either.
I haven't fucked with him since the fucking damn, what is that? The Graduations album. After that,
What the
he
one right before 808 and the heartbeat or heartbreak or
yeah,
whatever the fuck.
the
Yeah,
one I can't get my money right. You can't
that
tell
one, yeah. The
me
one with
nothing.
Jeezy on it.
Yeah,
That's the last one pretty much for me too. I mean, it's not even about the music, it's about
that's
how
about
far
him.
he's willing to go and how far he's willing to go to stay relevant. Like, yeah, you do need the positivity. It's not enough for you to start your own university and try to offer all of these opportunities to other people. But at the end of the day, we have so many public people coming out doing these things, and I think, of course,
Not only that, you do the white lives matter white tea bullshit with a person the black community don't fuck with. We don't fuck with Candace Owens. I'm sorry. We don't fuck with that chick whatsoever. I am sorry. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Kanye and Candace Owens, we don't fuck with y'all. As the black community, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We love all, you know what I'm saying? We love all the other listeners, people that, carry on the Black Lives Matter movement and everything. All the celebrities that, follow suit with us. But other than that, them two motherfuckers, they can eat a dick.
what up, Silky? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't pay Kanye West too much attention because it's so much I don't understand. I don't need to understand because I'm just not a part of that universe. And people that I deliberately don't talk about, like the shit that happened with Charleston White and T.I. I'm from Atlanta. I don't fuck with T.I. Niggas from Atlanta don't really fuck with T.I. like that. Ti is pretty much like the kind. I don't want to say he's not as bad or controversial as Kanye. Ti has more love in his city than Kanye does in
Oh,
Chicago.
yeah.
But at the end of the
Yeah, pretty
day,
much love everywhere he go, but the only thing
it's
I don't do,
always a money move. It's always some
the
kind
only
of
thing I
weird.
don't really agree with T.I. right now is I don't know. Like I said, I don't know behind the scenes or behind closed doors because family matters is family matters. You know what I'm saying? But I still wish he can try to figure out a way to put his son where his son is at. That's all.
What
But
you said, dealing with his son.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, he's still doing his thing. I don't really have no problems with Ti.
I don't have problems with Ti either. It's just it is what it is as far as the Crime Stoppers commercial, the testifying against the dude who killed his friend, and people just sweeping that under the rug. As T.I. is not a snitch. He was there. He should say what happened if he saw it. Like, this nigga's supposed to be a street nigga, no. But whatever the case may be, that's neither here nor there. That's not my dog. So what he
That's
has going on, I didn't listen to Ti before that anyway. The last thing I listened to was Kane versus Kang actually. I didn't listen to Ti versus Tip or whatever it's called. I never really personally was a huge Ti fan. I was never mesmerized by this nigga's music. Not trying to be a hater or anything, but I just never was a huge Ti fan at all. Just never liked his energy.
and I fuck with Ti.
Just
Shit.
maybe for a year and a half when I was in middle school at some point.
Play that trap music and everything. 24s. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. I
I
fuck
liked Young Joe more than I liked Ti. Yeah, exactly.
with
I liked Young
that.
Joe more than I liked Ti.
Shit, that
I
Whitney
don't know.
with Lil Wayne with me, Whitney. You know what I'm saying? With Lil Wayne, that shit go hard.
Yeah, but as far as I really don't want to And you know what? And it's sad to say, it's sad to say, the last time that we spoke on Kanye, when we were talking about how Willie D said that Kanye West's mom didn't die, she deleted herself because she was embarrassed that she gave birth to a self-loathing coconut. That was very disrespectful. That was disrespectful, and it was a horrible thing for him to say. But whatever negative energy or emotions that Kanye may or may have felt from that, I feel even less bad about that because of
Right.
the statements that he made against George Floyd. Because not only are you making it against George Floyd, saying that this man was on, I don't know if he was on fentanyl. I heard that yes, he was on some kind of opiate or opioid or something like that. But to say they didn't even have his knee on his neck like that, why are you defending a racist ass cop? Even if that is your personal
I
feelings
think the
or your
cop got
thoughts,
found guilty. The cop got
he
found
got
guilty.
found guilty, so it was obviously there. The fucking paramedics came there and they were like, bro, what are you doing? Can you get the fuck off his neck? And he still wouldn't. The paramedics got there and they still didn't tell this. They really should have charged the paramedics too.
That should
Because
touch everybody.
if you
That is
saw the
in the
paramedics didn't, if I'm a paramedic and I see you have, I'm saying the average man is 150 pounds. I see you are 150 pounds at least,
plus.
give or take. And
Plus.
and the first thing you don't say to this nigga is, can you get your knee off his neck, nigga? What the fuck is wrong with you? They didn't even tell him to get his knee off his neck. They just watched the nigga do this shit for another 2 minutes, a full 2 minutes.
Exactly. Like
A
what?
full 2 minutes. The
Like,
paramedics were there.
why that scared of this motherfucker? Man, hey, let your knee off his neck, man. In those 2 minutes could have been life saving.
That
Shit.
2 minutes could have saved his life. I think they tried to charge like two of those paramedics and they got off. I don't know. This was 3 years ago, I believe. So
Okay.
the information has escaped me. But moving on, we got two more
Black
cool
Lives
topics.
Matter. Black Lives Matter, by the way.
They definitely do. Boosie, I love Boosie, man. I wish Boosie was one of our cousins, bro. This nigga is a real nigga, man. He just says whatever. He tries to he does a good job staying relevant, man. Real cool.
But he don't. The thing is with Boosie, he don't. He don't like really go after the attention or anything. He just says what's on his mind, and it's real.
People naturally gravitate towards him, and he's not like the rest of it. He's not a Kanye West. He's not a
No.
fucking clout demon just saying whatever.
And he
He
got a
talks
real
about real
personality.
nigga. We know who the fuck was even thinking about George Floyd. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm thinking in my mind, is this an anniversary? Did this shit just? I don't think it was. Was it around this time? I think it was. I think it
I,
was
I
like
don't want to
September or
say.
something like that.
I thought it happened. I want to say around in the summertime, but I
I
could be
thought it
wrong.
was the summer too, cause I know it was like kind of cool outside, and I had on a hoodie, but I was trying to tear some shit up, so that makes sense why I had on a hoodie. But oh yeah, no, this is before. This is like a little bit before Corona. It
Yeah.
was that same era though. Hold up. Okay, so Boosie Badass. I apologize if I called him Lil Boosie, but Boosie Badass, FKA Lil Boosie, says that he will not be giving kids dressed up as Jeffrey Dahmer any candy. And he says, please skip my house. Other kids will be showered with candy and Boosie chips. And he went on to say that parents need to stop dressing their children up in Jeffrey Dahmer costumes.
Facts. And people don't realize how evil this, how evil that man is. I don't care if it's the most popular show on Netflix or the second most popular show on Netflix right now. Because right now, I know it's in the top five. It's either one or two
It's
right now.
two.
It's two. Yeah, some other thing took its place. But anyway, even because it's that popular, don't do it. Because other people don't like what Jeffrey Dahmer did as a person. Actually, I won't even say as a person, as a monster. Because that's what he was. And shout out and a special shout out because every time we talk about Jeffrey Dahmer, I gotta shout out to the man that actually killed Jeffrey Dahmer in the cell. Shout out to dude.
I
Shout out to
forgot
dude.
to. We gotta fucking look that dude's name up, man, and do some kind of. I keep forgetting his name, but I think it was something with an M. But what up, Darken?
Hold
But
on,
at the end of the day,
I'm
you
looking
gotta
it up.
be a weird ass
I'm looking it up
motherfucking weirdo
I'm looking it up right
to
now.
dress you. Why the fuck would you dress your fucking child up as Jeffrey Dahmer for Halloween? And somebody said, well, what about dressing your child up as Freddy or Jason? Nigga, that was fictional characters. Okay, Freddy, I could understand. Because if you did not know, my girl didn't even know this, but my girl's Mexican. So, a lot of people don't know that Freddy Krueger was messing with kids in the movies. That's why they killed him. And he came back and he was making children scared in their dreams. So no, you shouldn't be dressing up a child as Freddy Krueger either. You shouldn't be. I had a Freddy Krueger mask, but I didn't know what Freddy Krueger did at that time. I was like in middle school. The only reference I had of Freddy Krueger was Freddy versus Jason. I didn't know that dude was doing what he was doing in those movies. But Jeffrey Dahmer was a real person that affected hundreds of real people immediately. That's the difference. And especially if you are Caucasian, it's gonna make me inclined to think that you think that this is funny,
Hey,
what took place,
shout out
and
to
that you have some
Christopher
kind of
J. Scrover Sr.
what's his name?
Hold on, okay, I can see that. Trying not to get over.
Christopher.
Christopher J. Um,
Some
Scarver, Scarver Senior.
I don't have my pen, man. I'm not an audio person. Shit. Just leave it in the chat. Leave it in the comments. But Christopher, man, shout out to Christopher. Yes, he executed Jeffrey Dahmer and his one of Jeffrey Dahmer's best friend. They were both some weirdos. I think the other dude killed his wife for some stupid stuff because I think she cheated on him and he killed her. And but the Christopher guy, shout out to Mr. Christopher. He killed Jeffrey Dahmer and his friend by bludgeoning them, beating the fuck out of them in the head. They both died of head trauma at the same time on the same day when they were cleaning the bathrooms together. And a lot of people think that the guards set it up and things like that. But whatever the case is, I don't want to glorify violence or murder or anything like that. I'm not trying to say it's good or it's bad. It is really neither. It's not equal because this motherfucker killed like 13 people or 17 people, a lot of people, more than 10 people. It's not like he got tortured. It's not like he died quick, probably, fairly quickly, not too much pain involved. And like this, like a lot of serial killers say, I can kill 10 people, but they can only kill me once. So there's really no justice. It's really nothing you could do. There's no amount of money. It's no amount of pain. I mean, you could, eliminate Jeffrey Dahmer's whole last name or kill 13 of his people, but that wouldn't do anything for real, for real. A lot of people in inner urban communities, a lot of people in gang culture, a lot of people in warrior lifestyles may think the complete opposite. But there's only so much you could do in that situation. And justice wasn't served, it can never be served, and it will never be served. But at the end of the day, Don't dress your kids up as Jeffrey Dahmer, you weird ass, dumbass, weird ass piece of maggot shit. If you've ever had 2 seconds of a thought of thinking that you should invest in a wig, glasses, a mustache, whatever it is to make your child look like Jeffrey Dahmer for Halloween, I just want you to know you need to be in some form of therapy. You need to be on some kind of medication, and you need to change your life. The conditions of your life are probably not healthy. Your body is probably not healthy. Your mind is probably not healthy, and just don't do it, bro, because that's weird. It's weird. But moving on, this is the last topic. This felt like this was a quick one, but this is Sleepy Sunday, man, and I have a lot to do tomorrow, and we gotta get back and do the pod again. I gotta put out.
Right.
Oh,
Listen.
forgot if you guys didn't know, I put out a new mixtape today. His name is Christopher J. Scarver Sr. All right, shout out to him. Uh, if you guys didn't know, I just released a new mixtape today. It's called Six Judgment Nights. It's on my YouTube channel, Aaron Moses the One. So go to YouTube, type in Aaron Moses the One, and my new mixtape is called Six Judgment Nights. I just put out a mixtape about a week ago, a little bit more than a week ago, 9 days ago, and it was called Six Judgment Day. And then this next mixtape is coming out on Halloween, and I will definitely advertise it because I'm going to be coming out with everything. It's going to be finished hopefully by tomorrow, if not when I move. But at the end of the day, the last topic that I have is um, I don't know if you guys are familiar with an influencer, an internet influencer. His name is Boonk Gang. He used to steal and vandalize and do things like that and do pranks on people. They weren't necessarily pranks all the time, but he used to go in like donut shops and steal the donuts or like steal dogs off of Craigslist, and he would say Boonk Gang, whole lot of gang shit. He was known for doing a lot of drugs, Xanax, smoking a lot of weed, taking multiple different variety of pills, and eventually, he got in a lot of legal trouble. Um, he wrecked a lot of luxury cars, and he went to jail multiple times. Cat from Florida, he lived in California for a minute. But at some point, he got his life together. He got sober, um, and he gave his life to God at some point, and he changed his life around, and now he is a Christian rapper. But the thing about that is he finally put the details out as far as when he moved to California, he got initiated into a Crip set, into the Venice Shoreline Crips. And he said he only did this to further his rap career and get his numbers up. Now, my thing is, if that's what you did to get your numbers up with the rapping, now you want to be a Christian rapper and you say your goal is to be the biggest, most famous, reformed Christian rapper. Are you actually being authentic with this lifestyle?
Or you just want to get some sales? Because a lot of people see that Christian rappers and they just buy albums because there's not a lot of Christian rappers out there, especially if you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Now, he is pretty
Most,
talented.
honestly, hold on. I'll
Go
get
ahead.
back to them. And a lot of those big Christian churches, they pay them good Christian rappers to come in there. So it's a bag grab. It's
Hmm.
a big grab for real. But I would never stoop my low and be like, hey, I'm just doing it for the money and praise the Lord because Lord sees all.
Now, my whole thing is he's from Florida. He's from I want to say I want to say bro's from Tampa. I can't remember, so I don't even want to put him in the city. No, I think he's from Orlando. I think he's from Orlando. But Florida, they have Cali gangs as well as Chicago gangs. They have Vice Lords, they have GDs, they have Latin Kings, they have Crips, Bloods, Serenos, Norteños. They have all the gang. It's like everywhere else in America, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Detroit. Let's just say it's like Detroit. They have small Chicago gangs, well-known Chicago gangs. They have small LA gangs. They have Texas gangs. They have their own homegrown gang. Whatever the case is, he moved to
Everywhere.
California. He moved to California and got down with a random. I'm not trying to say they're random or irrelevant or small or insignificant Crip set, but it seemed like he just got down with the first gang that he was introduced to. I don't know. They might have, Shoreline Crips where he's from in his own city. I don't know that. But at the end of the day, he pretty much said, I couldn't agree with the politics. I didn't want to get down with the program. So when they beat me up twice, or when they beat me up, when I went to jail and they asked me where I'm from, and I said, "Oh, I'm not a Crip or a Blood." And one of the gang members was like, "Bro, you supposed to tell them you're a Crip. What you want me to help you? Were you scared?" And he was like, "Oh no, I didn't know what they were asking me. They asked me where I'm from. I said I'm from Orlando." Now, everybody knows if they say, "Where are you from in LA
You
or
gotta
in
know what you're
California?"
saying. What
They're
you
not
saying?
asking you where the fuck you live or where you were born. They're
They
not asking about you, the details
wouldn't
on
know
your
what
birth
you're
certificate.
saying. What you
Exactly.
saying? That's
He
what you.
knows, he knew that, bro. He knew that. But at the end of the day, he just,
He
he
want to
didn't,
be neutral.
he wanted to be neutral. He got tired of this shit at some point as a celebrity.
But when you go to prison, you gotta put on. You gotta put on for your gang. I'm sorry.
He was in county. He wasn't in. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter where he was. He
You
could
gotta
have
still
been.
put on. You gotta still put on. Whatever you claim, you gotta put on for. Come on.
So he got violated. He got violated
As he
twice.
should. As he should have got violated. As he
He
should
got
have got
violated in the
violated.
street. He didn't get violated for that. He got violated in the street, and then he got sober and became a Christian rapper. Now, as much as I want to believe that he's sincere and that he's sober and things like that, this man is a drug addict. So
That's a violation of stuff, ain't it?
I'm not a crip, so I'm
It's-
not exactly sure. I mean,
I,
Tookie
I know, I know,
Williams,
I know, I know if you know some type of organization that I'm kind of familiar with some of their laws. I know if you affiliate with that and you on drugs, that's a violation
they don't
itself.
have lit like that's Chicago's. They don't have lit like that
Yeah,
though.
that's what I'm
They
saying. That's
have
what I'm saying.
rules, but they don't have lit. So it's
Yeah,
it's a little bit different. So it's more of a free
that's what I'm
for
saying.
all.
I don't know, but I'm saying I know. Like I said, but I know what I know. You know what I'm saying? That's a violation. You got to order for that. That's all I'm saying. That I know of.
They were more so using him for the bag. So they were, but at the end of the day, it's more so you can't just say whatever. You can't just say whatever. What you do in your own time, you're the bag. You're the only millionaire that we had in the set for fucking who knows how long. You know what I mean? I'm saying, obviously
Probably the
they didn't
first
let him get
millionaire
away with.
ever.
They didn't let him get away with just anything because they beat him. But at the end of the day, he was just not with the shit. So he left. Now, my whole point was he's a drug addict. And once a drug addict, always a drug addict is what they say. So if you're already in that state of mind, if you think like that, you are limited to certain habits and behaviors. So if you came to the organization trying to get clout. It seems like you just jumped to a whole nother organization to get clout.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't
why
need
do
a bag.
you have to be a Christian rapper specifically? Because if I was in that predicament, I wouldn't label myself a Christian rapper. I would say, look, I'm a non-secular rapper. I'm not gonna talk about carnality. I'm not gonna
I'm,
label
I'm
myself a
a casual
Christian
rapper.
rapper
I'm
though.
just
I don't
saying,
have to rap about God and Jesus every bar, but I would allude to that and slowly transition into that, but I'm not gonna overnight. Nigga, you were just talking about fucking bitches, killing people, shooting guns, cripping, getting drunk and crashing cars. You took a break for 3, 4 months. It might have been a year, and now all you talk about is God and Jesus. He did do a small transition because I am a cool little fan. He did do a small transition where he was talking about politics and law and society and things like that. But that was one mixtape, bro. One mixtape. It didn't last too long. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it just looks like usury.
Like I
It
said,
looks like usury.
it's like it's a money grab. That's why I said it's a money grab. But
Hopefully it isn't. I'm not a Christian. I don't really.
I'm just saying, hopefully it isn't. But by the way, I'm watching the Eagles game. The Eagles is 10, the Cowboys up. The score is 20-0 right now.
I want to send a shout out to the homie. They don't call him Boonk Gang anymore. His name is actually I think he changed his name to Holy Gabbana. Holy Gabbana, as in Doja Gabbana. I don't know how to spell that Italian ass shit. I don't know why he changed his first name was Boonk Gang, and then he changed his name to John Gabbana. Then he
They should
changed his
have
name to Holy Gabbana. Hmm?
changed his name to Christ Game if that's the case. Christ
Christ
Game.
Gang? Nah, he probably thought that was a little on the, I don't know.
CG.
That would be cool. That would actually be a little bit more marketable. Or a holy gang? Nah.
Oh, HG.
That could have been his whole squad. Cause the
That's
first thing that he did was I think he fought Logan. No, he fought Supreme Patty, the YouTuber. He did a celebrity boxing match. I believe it was for 6 figures. He beat that nigga's ass, and he kept hashtag holy hands. I was like, all right, that's cool, whatever. I watched that.
oh, so you went from game banging to fighting a YouTuber. Come on, that sounds kind of soft to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He already had clout, bro.
No,
Do
no,
you
no.
know?
Hold on. I'm glad he got it back for the fight. I'm glad he won the fight. Whoop de whoop. But I'm saying, as a person, if I'm in the lifestyle of game banging and everything, that looks soft to me.
He
Cause you
wasn't
went,
game banging, bro. He just got put on for a
hey,
year. He wasn't game
hey,
banging.
you put on, you try to act tough. That don't look tough to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? That's that's from the outside looking in. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to talk down on dude. I'm just saying from the outside looking in, that look kind of soft. But it is what it is.
That was the whole point. So like in Cali and well, it's really specifically LA, which I thought he lived in like Fresno or something at some point. But in LA, apparently, what they try to make people do, certain type of people with a certain type of image, it's like an extortion type of thing where they want you to align yourself with a hood at some point, like Soldier Boy, but it's not a Soldier Boy, Chris Brown, and all of them, and that one weird ass dude YB in the beard. But it's not like you have to. You're a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's more so you're paying for security, and you get clearance to go certain places, right? But it's not necessarily that you're there. You're just funding their endeavor. So people are gonna be asking you like, oh, are you a blood? You're a crip? Or like, who are you aligning yourself with? How are you staying safe in this city?
I put
It's like,
my
are you with the Pyru? Are you plugged with the Crips in Compton? Are you plugged with the 20s? Are you plugged with the Hoovers? Who do you know around here? You know what I'm saying? You don't. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, Chris Brown and Soulja Boy chose to plug themselves with the Pyrus in Compton. I think they're Treetop. I don't know. Fruit Town or Treetop, one of those two.
So they
Uh,
pretty much part of Rock 100 crew then.
Whack 100 is from Pacoima, which is like the equivalent of Rockford, Illinois.
Okay.
Whack
So
100 is not from LA. Whack 100 is from like Rockford, the Rockford version of LA.
okay.
It's not even in LA. It's called Pacoima Pyrus.
So they ain't part of the Peru set through Rack 100 then. Okay.
No, all Pyrus come from Compton.
Okay, I'm just
But
yeah.
yeah, no.
I thought the other
Treetops is YG, and Fruittown Brims. I think they're I think they're from YG set or some shit like that, or Tiger set or something like that. But no, Tiger's from LA. He's not from Compton. I don't know, bro, but they're from some Compton set. Whatever the case may be, they try to do little goofy ass shit like that. So just like when Puffy went to LA, he was aligned with the South Side Compton Crips. So people go out there and they get I don't even want to use the word extorted, but they align themselves just in case. You know, Wiz Khalifa aligned himself with I don't even want to put his business out there because everybody doesn't know that. But at the end of the day, people do it, but they get too deep. It's not just going through handing out turkeys every Thanksgiving, or they're like, hey, one of the big homies got banged up. We need like 50,000 for the bond. Can you hook us up? Some people they get caught up in that, and some people they take it a little too far. When it comes to that, they end up getting extorted, or they end up becoming in debt somehow, or they want to go over there and take pictures and kick it and hang out and shit like that. That's what happened with Wayne when uh Mac 10 became a part of Cash Money. He turned them all Queen Street Bloods from Inglewood. Because at some point they were going to need to go to LA, and because they just liked his style and he finessed and he put it down. Before that, it was really no game banging in New Orleans. There was GDs, there was boss pimps, there was vice lords, and I think a sprinkle of Crips outside of the city of New Orleans, but they weren't game banging like that at all
I don't know,
until Mac 10.
my old BG and Juvie, they was game banging way before then though.
There wasn't Bloods and Crips. This is in BG. BG. Juvie was not gang banging. This nigga didn't even sell crack before he was in fucking Cash Money. This nigga said he worked at fucking ice cream shop or some shit. And yeah, he got caught with two heroin charges and a gun or some shit. But after that, he got a job. Like that nigga said, when he signed with Cash Money, he had like $150 to his name, and he didn't even quit when he didn't quit his job till he dropped his like second album, or he got the solo album and then he dropped another album. He detailed it on Vlad on his most recent interview. It was pretty interesting. But
I gotta look at
BG, they didn't really game. Like they don't have organized gangs out there. Even to this day, that gang banging shit really didn't last that long, bro. For real, like that. But at the end of the day, what was I saying? So as far as Boonk, Holy Gabbana, John Gabbana, like I was saying, kids, just don't game bang. If you want people, as far as the LA politics and all of that, you don't let people trick you out your position, man. Like you don't need to be.
You don't need to.
You don't need to be playing with that shit because
Because you could
it's just
easily,
not like that.
easily lose your life in less than a second.
You know what you could do? You could just move somewhere where you don't see. If I had millions and millions, and I don't really care how much money I had, I wouldn't stay in LA. I wouldn't stay in California. Even if I was a celebrity, even if I was an entertainer, and I had to constantly be in LA, I wouldn't do. I would be in, even especially if it was like that. I don't have a gangster rapper image. I don't have that image about me, so it's not like, oh yeah, you gotta lie yourself. Even Soldier Boy, nigga, nobody took Soldier Boy serious as a gangster. Like, even though okay, he was saying all the Soldier Boy supposedly was a gangster disciple, and he flipped to blood, whatever. Nobody took Soldier Boy serious as a GD, even when he was here. I heard the nigga was a GD. I heard he was simp set, but nobody took him. Nobody was checking for him like that, and people weren't trying to gangbang on him after he got bread. Like all of the thing that happened with the robbery, that was his own people. That wasn't his ops. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if
Yeah,
you feel like you need to align yourself with a gang, um,
reevaluate your life.
if you feel like you need to be in LA and align yourself with a gang, bro, you know what I would do? The
Don't do it
closest
right.
thing, I would stay in Texas. I would stay somewhere in
That's,
Dallas or Houston.
I'll stay. I'll stay close. I'll stay somewhere like in Oregon or something.
Close enough, yeah, Seattle, exactly. Somewhere close enough to LA where you could just fly or drive to work and you don't have to pay
Yeah,
motherfuckers
somewhere in Arizona, where I can put the AC on and
keep
drive.
you safe. Fuck it, Arizona. I'm never going to Arizona. Shout out to Arizona and everybody in Arizona, especially all the bad bitches. But no, I'm never going to Arizona a fucking game, bro. Fuck that shit. I had too many bad experiences in that little amount of time. Fuck all of that, bro.
Alabama, Nevada, somewhere out there, somewhere out there.
All right, yeah. See, that's what I would do. I never hear about people getting hemmed up with the game politics in fucking Las Vegas. I would live in
You
Reno.
know why? You know why?
This is too
It's too
hot.
much It's too much mafia going on there.
And there's everybody out there, bro. That's like the Detroit. If it's, is it? No. Phoenix is probably like the Detroit. They got GDs. They got
GD's
Mo's.
everywhere. There's GD's everywhere.
They got GDs in fucking Vegas and
It's
Phoenix.
a GD nation out there for
I'm not
some.
about to play with these niggas. Like,
GD nation everywhere. And by the way, I think GDs are like honestly one of the most organized gangs out there. They got more structure and everything out there. So
cause we're not a gang.
it's an organization.
Well, at the end of the day, yes, I know I've been coughing up my third lung. At the end of the day, it is. Hey, did you want anything else? Did you have anything else to say before I end it?
Just stay positive, live a righteous life, you know what I'm saying? Don't do things you shouldn't be doing. That's all. Make love,
Yes.
not war. That's the thing. Make love, not war.
Let all these all these messages that we spoke about be a proverb, man. Because yes, this shit was entertaining. It was funny. I can't fill my full lungs up without coughing, so I couldn't laugh too much. But I assure you, I wanted to laugh a lot. Sugar free getting married, that should speak to you, man. This is a message of growth. Grow the fuck up. And
Congratulations on the
make
marriage.
your own rules. Again, sugar free, congratulations, man. Man, I hope that I could make it to that age and marry the love of my life, man. Big ups. We got 50 Cent's 26-year-old son, saying that $6,700 isn't enough for him to live in New York City. Stop crying, bro. Grow the fuck up and learn how to invest your money. Your dad is one of the biggest bosses in hip hop history, and you're over here dry bag. You know that's called dry begging. You're over here dry begging to your father on the internet in front of billions of people, nigga. Have
That's a
some,
phone call to your dad. That's a phone call to your dad.
exactly. Keep that shit off the internet, bro. Have some fucking pride and some self-respect about yourself and your family and your legacy. And when, nigga, when you have your own children and they grow up to see this, they're gonna be embarrassed to have you as a fucking father, bro. Because it's not like you're 19 saying this shit. Nigga, you're gonna be 30 in 3.5 fucking years saying this shit. Weird ass nigga. In front of billions of people on the internet about your own father. Stupid niggas don't fucking think before they do shit.
Right, like
You have
that could have been a phone call, man. You could have got that shit. Hey, matter of fact, Dad, how can I get to the bag? Dad, help me get a bag. Help me get in your level of success, man. How can I do this? I know you're giving me this, but I need more. How can you help me attain it? That's it. How can help me attain your success? Let me be a student to what you are doing.
you could have said, keep the money, teach me.
Yes.
Fucking stupid ass nigga, bro. Or can you invest the money or keep half of it, invest the rest of it, and just make it do what it do? But that's up to you guys for you to decide. I don't want to keep, this is the outro.
Mm-hmm.
We got weird ass Kanye, um, digging up George Floyd, killing him and burying him again by saying he didn't even put his knee on his neck like that, and he believes that he died from fentanyl. That's a proverb that speaks to me to saying that,
But back then,
put
fentanyl wasn't a big deal like that as it is now.
fentanyl.
Yeah, fentanyl wasn't big back then.
3 years ago, fentanyl's been on the scale for like 7 years, bro.
But I'm saying it wasn't as big as it is now. It wasn't like big epidemic or whatever is going on. Like
It
it is.
wasn't televised, but it's just like everything else. Like it's always been.
But I'm saying it wasn't deadly cases of people dying of fentanyl.
Yeah, it was. This is Mac. Mac Miller died from fentanyl. Before this, before George Floyd, Mac Miller died of fentanyl in 2018.
Yeah, but I'm saying
This happened in 2019.
Like I said, it wasn't a big of a epidemic like it is now. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't as big.
It was. It wasn't television. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't shown. It wasn't shown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
as much. And then we have the incomparable Boosie Badass saying that if you come to his house dressed as Jeffrey Dahmer, you're not gonna get any candy or Boosie snacks.
I'll cry You know what? Think about it. You know how much growth that is coming from Boosie Badass that people don't understand. That could, if it was years ago, he would have been like, man, I let my kids whoop on your motherfucking ass kids, man. You know what I'm saying? I let my kids in the blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But that's come from a lot of growth. That he said, I'm just not gonna give your kids candy and my snacks. They would just be removed from my compound. That's
it's not even that. Boosie lives somewhere like far up north, like 20 minutes north of me, somewhere in Milton. It's not like there's gonna be a whole hell of a lot of people going to Boosie's house to get fucking Halloween candy. That's not what's gonna happen at all.
Hold on.
But it's just a metaphor, I think. And just a message to other black people to not cater and entertain the bullshit, which I don't think is a.
Not only that, but listen, people go to those communities just to do just do trick.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I could see it being a little like, because when it comes to like certain times of the year, Boosie does open his home to pretty much everybody because he's that type of person. He's caring to his community.
Hmm.
So he's appealing to people. So I can see him, you know, just grabbing a whole bunch of stuff and just passing it out to whoever knocks on his door. You know.
Yeah. So just making sure. I think what you said, growth, very important, and just being that voice, being the voice of the street, being the voice of reason. Um, because Boosie is a felon and he's such an extreme felon that he is like me. You know, he's not going to be able to vote, so he's taking his voice and making it count. When he was on Vlad that one time, when he was saying that, you know, I know you're a felon, which he wouldn't vote anyway. He said he wouldn't vote anyway. He lives in the state of Georgia just like me, so he could do something called getting your civil rights back, which means you just have to file for it and you can vote as a felon. You have the right to vote. I believe you could do that in pretty much any state in all 50 states in some form. Some states are harder than others, California being one of them. But at the end of the day, when Vlad says, you know, I know you can't vote, but you can at least make a couple videos and campaign for the politician you think people should vote for, or you could make a whole bunch of videos telling people not to vote for Trump. Like this nigga Vlad does that goofy ass shit all the time, telling people to get the vaccine and telling people not to vote for Trump. And I'm like, bro, first of all, you don't need to do that because most of your audience is black. You don't need to be influencing black people because you're not black. You need to influence the fucking white community and the Jewish community because that's what you are. But you don't need to be telling black people to get the vaccine because you're going to be affecting a community that you don't belong to. So you need to keep your fucking mouth shut. Maybe you should get on the phone and call your little white buddies and tell them to make
Not to,
videos. But don't fucking tell my community, bitch, because yeah, you have a black daughter and you have a black wife or whatever, a black ex, but that doesn't mean you're black. Like, yeah, that's gonna affect your daughter, but your daughter's only one person. You're affecting millions of people around the billions of people around the world, dude. Most of them being black. So don't tell people, don't put a vaccine message out for my people. Tell your people to get that shit. You might think, oh, my people are people who listen to hip hop and who share my opinions. That's not your people, bro. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is not hip hop. Your responsibility is your race.
since we got so many podcasts going on and stuff like that, can we stop entertaining Vlad with his interviews? Because I haven't watched one episode of Vlad. I'm sorry, I haven't
He
watched.
does a great job, bro. He's a fucking professional.
I
He
don't like
does
I said.
he
I
does
don't.
one of the best jobs that you can do.
I just don't. I just don't. You know. I just. My thing is, I don't like. I'm so black. I'm so black conscious and so black minded. I don't give white people time of day like that.
Who
Sorry.
does a better like it's not even about the numbers, but who does 16 shot him? He's not fucking professional. Sean Cotton is a half of a fucking retard. Um we got Wallow and Gilly. They play too much and
I don't fuck with Gilly. I don't. He's so.
I love
Listen,
Gilly. I think he's hilarious and intelligent. But they
listen,
play too much.
hold on. But you know, another person don't get the attention that they need though.
Joe Budden.
Yes, his
I don't
platform
like that nigga, bro.
is, but it's great though. His platform is great though.
I never watched it. I don't like him as a person. I
No, it's
don't
not.
like.
But
I'll try to watch two of them.
yeah, I,
But I personally don't like him as a person, so it's hard for me to even
that's just
enjoy the
how we
content.
play. That's who we play. Like how
I
you
like
is,
Vlad as a person though.
huh?
I like Vlad. I think he could be very corny at times, and he tries to act like he's fake with it and just so in tune, like he's just so hip. But at the end of the day, he gave a lot of these niggas the blueprint. This nigga Vlad is like the NWA of this shit, bro. I'm not trying to fucking ride the niggas nuts or anything like that, but as you can see, everybody's copying Vlad. That nigga said his channel gets more fucking views than BET and motherfucking Fox.
Probably. Like I said, I just don't fuck with them. That shit, that's y'all. Y'all do whatever. I just don't.
I
That's not.
think he does the best job. I think his fucking guests are fucking stupid and he does retarded shit. It's very repetitive. He does hot shit. He says hot shit. He really doesn't give a fuck. He's really biased and political in a lot of ways. I like No Jumper more than I like No Jumper more on a
Shout out to the Shark
personality
Tank.
level.
I fuck with that.
I fuck with the Sharp Tank too. He tried to take Adam 22's little blueprint format. Didn't work because he's not as personable. But at the end of the day, the drink champs, they play a little bit too much, and their interviews are too goddamn long. When you see
I
it's a
fuck with
three,
Drink
four
Champs
hour
as
interview,
well.
you don't even want to invest into watching it because you're like, I'm gonna miss
I got,
something at some point, so I might as well not even watch the shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Just a defeatist, pessimistic attitude when it
I,
comes to
I,
drink champs.
I love Drink Champs.
I like it. I like drink champs. Um,
I fuck with Drink Champs.
and that's all. The other dude who stylizes his shit like Vlad. Um, the Cam Capone. I like Cam Capone. Cam Capone's cool. Um, Say Cheese. I wish that nigga never existed. Uh, Shut up. I want to say RIP to Zach TV. He would have
Oh,
been at a million by now. RIP Zach
shout
TV.
out to Cartoon. Yeah, people don't really fuck with him, but shout out to Cartoon. I fuck with him. Shout out to
Uh,
another, shout out to another young person up and coming. Another kind of like us, but on a little bit higher scale. Joe Baker. But I fuck with a lot of people with their love.
as far as the interviews, um, people just need to step their professionalism up. They have all the personality, but they clown too much. They're not prepared. It's not like their technology subpar. They don't have enough like personal backing because they have to stop the podcast every fucking 10 minutes to do a sponsorship instead of putting the ads on it. I don't care about watching the ads. Okay, maybe just stopping the podcast and do the sponsorship. Maybe that's a little bit more money or what have you. But
What is that?
that's some other
Like
shit.
DC Young Fly, his podcast and his channel. I
DC
like.
Young Fly again. All the clownery. Oh, the 85 South shit. Their
Yeah,
shit's cool. Their shit's cool, but again, they need more professionalism, man. More professionalism. More
I
journalistic
think T Pain got his
study.
own, or
T
or he.
Pain does too. Lil Wayne does too. T.I. has one too. I don't like Lil Wayne. I mean, I don't like T.I. Lil
Actually,
Wayne
I fuck with
is
it.
not a journalist. Huh?
Lil Wayne's shit. When he had Rupi Goldberg 50 on there. Those are
Yeah, I
classics.
did. I watch those. Well, he had does he have a Patreon or something? Or he just does a short ass podcast?
He got it's full podcast and everything. It's full episodes like an hour long and everything. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
one he
You
did
know
with
what?
Birdman was
I
great.
think I was watching when I started watching it when it first came out. It was like the third episode, so they were real short. And I was like, what, right before the pandemic?
Oh, you probably just got snippets of this shit on
Yeah,
YouTube.
he only had three up at the time. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was one with 50.
the one with 50 was a full hour. The full
I
one,
only saw 15 minutes of it, if that. I think it was like 7 minutes.
yeah, it was a whole hour episode, bro.
But yeah, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's not what it's not, man. We got kind of like Daddy Straight D, man. Aaron motherfucking Moses. Like it or not, I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang together, man. Life is in the breath, breathe it in. Peace. Gang.